Hey fellow enthusiasts, this is TommyLanham, and I am on a mission to break the monotony of the mundane and the mediocre in as many businesses, ministries, marriages, and individual lives as I possibly can through the power of enthusiasm.
Here we go.
Several years ago, when my wife and I were at a church where we were going through a process of classes, when we finished the last class, the elder that was leading that class asked us if we had taken all 4 classes, and we said yes. And then he asked us this question, and he goes, "Well, you know what you have to do now, right?" My wife and I looked at each other. "Know what?" And he looked us right in the eye and he goes, "Something." You got to do something. That's some of the best advice I've ever been given. It wasn't, "Oh, here's step 1, 2, and 3. Just do something. Just take action." And oftentimes that's what we fail to do, is take action. We flood our minds with the information, and that's good. I encourage you to do that. I do that. I've read more books than I can count on how to grow and personal development and achieving goals and fulfilling my purpose. I've read all that stuff, and I continue to read all that stuff. As soon as I finish a book, I start another book. I continuously listen to audio programs in my car, in my office. When I go to sleep at night, I listen to this stuff because I want to flood myself with this information, and I hope you do too, but it does you no good until you take action. You've got to take action. And listen, you don't have to be the greatest at it. You don't have to make sure you're going to get it just right before you move forward. Just go out and flop flat on your face. It's okay. I love this quote by Zig Ziglar. He said, "Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly until you learn to do it well." Go do it poorly. Go mess up. Go do whatever it is you need to do to reach your goals. Go do it. And when you mess up, pick yourself back up and say, "How can I do it better next time?" I love the way Carmichael puts it. He goes, "Don't judge your beginning by somebody else's middle." Because oftentimes we look at somebody else. If we want to be a public speaker, we look at the pros. If we want to write a book, we look at the greatest authors. If we want to do certain things, we look at those that have been doing it for a long time and we go, "Man, I'm just not that good." And you're right. You're not. But neither were they when they started. Just get started. Listen, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start in order to be great. So just get started. Just go do it. It doesn't matter. Oftentimes with New Year's resolutions, and I don't even like using that word, but with New Year's resolutions, we give it a big talk, but we don't put it into action. Take the step and put it into action. Listen, if you want to get from one place to another in your car, you don't wait until all the lights are green before you start. You get in your car, you drive as far as you could go. If you come to a stoplight, you stop until it turns green, and then you continue even further. Same way in your life. You don't have to wait for everything to line up perfectly before you move forward. Go as far as you can, and when it gets to a place where you have to stop temporarily, stop, and then keep going. Whenever that obstacle gets out of your way, or you work through it, or you go over it, or around it, or under it, or whatever the case may be, you may have to stop temporarily. But if you do, just stop and then move forward. But you can't wait for all the lights to turn green before you move forward. It's all about taking action. Get the information, that's great, but you got to put it into action before it does any good. Before all that information, all that education has any value, you have to take action. In the Bible, in the Old Testament, the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 8, it says, "The noble man makes noble plans, and by noble deeds he stands." So be the man, or the woe man. Be the man, make the plan, and take the stand. Make those plans, set those goals. We need to set those goals. But not so that we can have a piece of paper that says, ooh, here's my goals. It's so that we can know what actions we need to take. The noble man makes noble plans, and by noble deeds, actions, he stands. So go do it. Go do it now. Gather information along the way. Don't stop taking in information, but don't stop acting just because you're taking in information. Take it in as you go, but most importantly, more than anything else, take action. Do it now, do it now, do it now, and continue to feed your enthusiasm. Hi, I'm Tommy Lanham. I have big muscles, and you can too if you'll just listen to what I have to say. Are you filming?